Hi.
Hi, good evening. You look lovely today, by the way.
Thank you so much. I just came from the gym. Maybe that's
Is
the
it?
gym glow.
Could be, could be. It could be the result of all the hard work.
Yeah.
So, are you very fitness conscious?
Yes, I am very fitness conscious.
That's
Can you hear me? I mean, am I audible?
yes, yes, you are audible. There was a small lag, but that's okay. I was able to figure out what you're telling. So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You were telling something about your friends now. Can you please repeat it?
No, I just said that I got this inspiration from my friends. Earlier, I was not so fitness enthusiast
Hmm.
person, but now I am.
Oh, wonderful. So, how many minutes or how many hours a day do you think it's important to work out?
Um, at least 1 hour. At least 1 hour, a person should work out on a daily basis.
Okay, that's good. And are you very consistent, or are there days when you just feel like I don't want to go and you just, sleep?
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I just don't want to go to the gym. Sometimes I just want to
Hmm.
chill at home.
Hmm.
Even yesterday I skipped my gym routine. I skipped the day.
Yeah, yes. Sometimes when people get on the fitness journey, they become too hard on themselves, right? So they work out for 8 days, 10 days a week at a stretch, no rest, nothing at all, and then finally it takes a toll on them. But I think taking breaks in between is also important.
Making it a lifestyle is the thing.
Hmm.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
are just being hard on ourselves
Hmm.
just to get that like perfect physique, so that
Hmm.
sometimes that doesn't always work. Your enthusiasm tends to get low.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
Mhm.
So
Okay, yeah, that's true. Are you working from home right now, or are you expected to go to the office?
I'm working from home.
Hmm. Yeah, that's convenient, right? So, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to work in that office environment, or you're comfortable with continuing in work from home?
I really want to work from office. I really want to
Mhm.
go now because now it's been a while that I'm working from home,
Mhm.
and I am not quite enjoying it much.
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
a change now. I want to meet my colleagues on daily basis.
Yes.
I Because sometimes when you work from home,
Mhm.
uh, that takes a toll on your mental health
Yeah.
sometimes because you feel so isolated at home
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you get distracted as well
Yeah.
when a person works from home. So there are a lot of
Mhm.
distractions. Uh,
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes household chores are there, sometimes like people around you, although your family or they don't do it, purposely,
Yeah.
but it happens. So
Correct. Yeah. So there's a little bit of that friction that happens, right? Day in and day out. If you're just cooped up in one place, there are going to be slight disagreements and all that. So yeah, it happens. Okay. And what do you do to ensure that your mental health stays intact?
um, first of all, I have to, I mean, make myself believe that
Hmm.
whatever I'm thinking, that's all in my head. Things are
Yeah.
not as bad as they look.
Hmm.
First of all, I have to, keep this thought in my mind. Uh,
Yeah.
Other than that, I also like like to stay silent or like to stay alone for some
Hmm.
time so that
Yeah.
I can refill myself. I can refill those positive thoughts in my mind.
Hmm.
So these are the two things that I do. I mean, first of all, you have to make that mindset.
Yeah.
It's not an overnight thing. It's not
Mhm.
just something just you can get uh, with little bit practice. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have to maintain a mindset, it's a
Hmm.
long. So I think that
Yeah.
I have attained that level of thinking by
Yes.
staying at home.
Okay, yeah. So one thing that you mentioned was, uh, I'm so happy to hear that you like to be silent, right? So in these days, we all crave for some sort of a stimuli. We cannot sit bored even for a single minute. We want to scroll through our phones. We want to go out and we want to do something. So just being silent, sitting alone with our thoughts, that has become a big task these days.
Yeah, when you sit with yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy your company. When you start enjoy your company, and
Mm-hmm.
when you start to think that whatever is going on in your mind,
Yeah.
uh, does it have any legitimate ground, or is it just your thoughts that you are making it up in your
Mm-hmm.
mind? And many a times I have observed that yes, many a times what happens that I create all those scenarios in my mind. Those
Mm-hmm.
scenarios are not even true. So
Yeah.
that is a thing that I have learned recently
Mm-hmm.
with all those motivational videos that I watch sometimes on YouTube. Although those videos just sometimes they just I won't say that they help you at
Mm-hmm.
that extent where you could completely transform yourself,
Yes.
but still they influence you a bit. And
100%.
then with the help of with we have to work on us.
Correct.
So it
Yeah.
is a long process.
Yeah, it's a long journey, and motivational videos, they're like fuel. Like whenever we are running, we are driving a car. When the fuel runs out, we have to refill it, right? Same like motivational videos. It's like a fuel. When you're running out of motivation, watch it. Get encouraged, inspired, and then it's the same thing, right? So that's how it
Yes.
works. I feel. All right. And do you have any dream destination? One place that you really want to visit in this life?
It can be abroad.
Yeah, it can definitely.
Okay, yeah. So I want to visit Paris and Greece. These
Mm-hmm. Good
two
choices.
places are on my bucket list. So Greece, because I have seen those videos on Instagram. There
Mm-hmm.
are some buildings, white and blue colored buildings. They look really,
Santorini.
I don't know what they are
Yeah.
called.
Yes. The name of that city is Santorini in Greece.
Okay.
They have that blue color tomb and white and blue buildings, right? So yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it looks really amazing. That's a
Mm-hmm.
picturesque scene for, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And other than that, yeah, Paris is my choice.
Okay. Paris, because of that romantic vibe the city has, or the food. What attracts you about Paris?
Everything about Paris,
Mm-hmm.
the food. I have heard a lot
Okay.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Once my friend also visited, and she tells
Mm-hmm.
that like what experiences he had, the
Mm-hmm.
people, the food,
Mm-hmm.
um, the buildings. There are many ancient buildings as well.
Yeah.
That city doesn't have. Uh, I don't know about it, but
Mm-hmm.
that city has some ancient buildings as well.
Yeah, they have
So
preserved it really well, you know. Unlike most of the places here, especially in Karnataka and all, a lot of ancient buildings, I'm not saying monuments, the normal buildings, they are literally in such a dilapidated state, crumbling almost, and it feels so bad. It can be converted into something better, but yeah, somebody should do it.
maybe they want to preserve the heritage of the place.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, that's great. So, do you have access to Netflix? Do you watch shows on Netflix?
Um, I used to watch it, but nowadays I don't because I don't get time. I just came from the gym. After that, I'll just do some household chores with my mother. So I don't think that that's the reason that I don't watch Netflix and all. I prefer to
Okay,
read books
good. That's great.
or some yeah written content.
Okay, that's a very rare thing these days. You said you would rather pick a book than watch Netflix. Like, seriously, wonderful. Okay. In case in the future, if you ever feel like you want to watch, there is one show. It's called Emily in Paris. Okay. So
I
it's
have
not the
watched it.
accurate. You
I
have
have
watched it?
watched
Oh
it.
wow, great.
Yeah. This is also one of the reasons that I want to visit Paris.
Huh.
Yeah. The thing that I got to know that they have ancient buildings also. It was from that show only.
Okay, good. I'm
Very
happy to
nice.
hear that. Yeah, it's such a lively, entertaining show, right? So people
Yeah.
have polarizing views about that particular show. Either you love it or you hate it. So I really loved it.
I really loved it too.
Yeah, great, amazing. So, okay, so it's been almost 16 minutes since I've been interacting with you, Aarti, and uh, I have absolutely no corrections to make in the way you speak because your vocabulary is pitch perfect, definitely not intermediate, you're at an advanced stage. Your grammar, no flaws at all, your pronunciation crystal clear. So I'm glad to have come across a speaker like you. Right? So you're doing a great job. So whatever you're doing, reading, watching shows, whatever it is, you're on the right track and keep continuing whatever practice you're doing. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Right? Yeah.
So is
If
there
you
any,
have any, yeah.
yeah, I just want to know that what other things I can do. I mean, I read, and but
Mhm.
what other things, like, oh, what kind of videos I should watch, or
Mhm.
what other things I should do to
Okay,
improve
so
myself.
the one thing that you can definitely work on to enhance your spoken English is to be a little more expressive, whether it's in terms of your intonation or even the facial expressions or hand gesture, because they take your personality up by one notch, right? So there's one fun activity, all right? So you can take any simple sentence, I want to eat cake, all right? And try to say it in different emotions: happy, sad, irritated, angry, secretive, right? So try to do it this way. It's going to be entertaining for you also, and you can video record yourself. If
Okay.
audio you feel cringe just listening to your voice, you can definitely, it happens with me most of the time, okay? So you can just do a video and see how your facial expressions are moving. It's just to loosen up your mind, okay? Sometimes you're so shy, we are so rigid, right, when we're talking to strangers. When you're expressing yourself more personally, that will slowly reflect in your social conversations also.